Hello, class. Happy Monday morning. This is Sister Higgins, and welcome to week 7. You are halfway through the semester and 2 weeks away from your midterm exam. So, hopefully, you're going to recognize that the first half of the semester you are learning more of the principles behind conflict and conflict management. And now we're going to be able to get into how it applies to you and for you to learn more about how you handle conflict yourself and what your conflict management styles are. So I'm really excited about this week's lesson material. So please pay attention to the outcomes and competencies. I know these are easy things to look over, but I want you to make sure that you're paying attention. This could help you during the midterm exam to be looking at the concepts that we want you to be learning. And one that I would like to point out is just to identify your primary and secondary conflict management styles. This is going to help you to learn a lot about how you handle conflict when you feel like you've got equal power between the two parties, and what happens when you feel like that power or that control is being threatened. So pay attention to your activity list, like we've talked about, that's in iLearn. And I know last week there were a couple of questions because the 12 Angry Men assignment showed due before the 12 Angry Men instructions were due. So that was an error that we need to get fixed. So I wanted to just give you a helpful tip to look at your calendar. Now, as you look in iLearn, you're going to see the different tabs across the top, and the calendar tab, if you'll click on that, then it will pull up the month. And then you can look on Wednesdays and Saturdays and see what assignments are due when. Now, pay attention that if it just says instructions due on a Wednesday, and then on Saturday it says that the actual assignment is due, don't panic that you have to have it done by Wednesday. So it just means that the instructions are due. And I think the developers did this just so that you are staying on track and not putting it off until Friday or Saturday to look at the instructions. But nothing is actually due into the grade book when it says that the instructions are due. So I hope that helps. If you have questions, feel free to contact me. So you're going to be learning about the 5 primary types of conflict management: competitive, collaborative, compromise, avoiding, and accommodation. And learn how you deal with it and what we should all be striving for, which is the collaborative type of conflict management. And so why does it matter? It will help you to be able to understand how you handle different situations, but also what you should be striving for in handling different situations. And so hopefully that will help you a lot in how you handle conflict. And one of the things that Brother Bean talks about is the principle of error, which is not in your textbook. But this basically helps us to understand the tactics that we use. And when we move away from collaboration, what direction do we move towards? And for me, when I move away from collaboration when dealing with conflict, I go to the competitive form of conflict management, where if I feel that power that I have in a relationship is being threatened, or my control is being taken away so that it's unequal, I become competitive and feel like I have to protect that power or that control that I have in a situation. So it'll be interesting to see what your different styles are or how you react. So with the coming soon, I encourage you to read through this in iLearn. This has some helpful hints for next week, but also gives you some overview of what to expect for the midterm exam. There's going to be 3 different sections, and to block out 2 hours. You might finish sooner, but it's good to just have that 2-hour window blocked out. So again, try and pay close attention to the coming soon section in your overview. And some helpful hints: take good notes. I've talked about this throughout the semester. The test will be open notes and open book. So I encourage you to take good notes. The better the notes, the less anxiety you will hopefully have going into the midterm exam. And take the practice quiz. I would say take it a few times. Get comfortable, get familiar with the types of questions so that you can go in feeling prepared for the midterm. And again, the midterm is during week 9, so you've got a couple of weeks to prepare for it. But also look at blocking out that section of time now so that you don't get down to the wire and don't have time to block out, because 2 hours is a significant amount of time to try and be uninterrupted. So I'm always here if you have questions. If you have questions on your grades for your assignments, I'm happy to explain any of them to you. Again, I want to be here to help you succeed. So feel free to call me, text me, email me. And again, my office hours are on Wednesday from 8 to 9 p.m. Mountain Time. So good luck this week, and let me know if I can do anything to help. Thanks.